Welcome. This is going to be a video about an implementation of Shadowrun 3rd edition in Foundry VTT. It's a homebrew variant of this system that I have tinkered on for like some time, but here we are, and I'm pretty happy with what I got so far, and I hope it's going to work and bring joy to people. Next up is showing you the character creation process. So when you create a character, you will be confronted with a pop-up. This is the character creation menu, and here you have the possibility to randomize your character. So you press the randomize button and it will give you different suggestions on what you can play. If you don't like any of them, you can clear the fields and you can select yourself. Selecting the meta type here, there's only the human available. That's because I haven't implemented the complete role-playing game system for these other meta-humanities to turn up here, the trolls and the elves and so on. You will have to fill them in yourself and put them in the system, and the system will pick them up and use them in character creation. That way you can create any conceivable meta type you would like for your system and homebrew your own. Same is true for the magic traditions. They are available as you create them here in the dropdown. I'm gonna go for an unawakened character this time, and we are gonna complete it and then hit create character, which takes us to the character sheet. Here you can see a news ticker. So what's special about this news ticker is that it's handled by another... Oops, window sound. It's handled by... Could it please not? It's handled by the... Okay. Alright, so the news feed here, it's handled by a bunch of broadcasters. And these are radio channels where news are created and added to the news ticker. It will source from all these different stations and then randomize them. You can add your own headlines, you can rename channels, you can create your own, you can turn them on and off, and you can also edit the headlines if you put them in the prepared headlines box. You have the possibility to change something about them, save them, and then put them back into here. If you have something that you don't want the players to immediately be aware of, you can just leave it in prepared headlines and put it in the rolling headlines whenever the time is ripe for your adventure to lay out some story hooks. All right. Okay, back here. So regarding the performance of the sheet, if you're running this on something that is a little bit lower spec, you might want to turn off some features like the heart rate monitor and these colorful outlines. And you can do that from the system settings. Now it's time to assign the attribute points, which we are going to do really fast here for our character. I also see we haven't given our character a name. We're going to do that in a bit. We haven't spent all our we have spent all of our attribute points, yes. If we would like to edit something, we can press no and edit, or we could accept the state and press yes. And that looks in the attribute points, and we have calculated a set of knowledge points and language points here that we also can distribute now. So different dice pools are calculated, and they are going to be revealed to you later on if you're playing a rigger or a decker or a magician. Other pools are going to turn up here when you interact with special gear that comes with the territory. So looking at this sheet, it's time to fill the dossier with stuff, and we're going to start with skills. Skills are divided into active skills, knowledge skills, and language skills in this system. And they are items, so you only use the ones that you actually want to use. You don't have to add all of them, only the ones that you have a value in. And if you mid-game want to default on something, you just add that skill and you default on it. So it's pretty easy that way. We are gonna divide the points here between different skills. Thumbs up means that you are committing. Close window means that you are discarding. So if you want to save your changes, you go for a thumbs up. Okay, so now when we have assigned the last skill here, we can go on to do the knowledge skills. Knowledge skills, they work pretty much the same way. Like that. And yeah, I'm just gonna fill them out. Some knowledge about elven wines. And psychology. Now we're gonna go to languages. We're gonna have English and Japanese. And for the language, we are gonna put 3 points in English, and we're gonna specialize in Corpo English. With just Corpo as the name for the lingo, and it turns up here. And then we also have 1 point that we're going to spend in Japanese. And then we will be again prompted to finish character creation, and it's going to remove the creation points. And here we are. We have successfully created our character. Next up here is a bunch of different things that we can do. Let's have a look at Rat's Race. That's the budget the character has. Here we have the initial sum of money that the character got from character creation. There are transactions. Your character could collect a debt or be in debt to somebody or some institution. You can have a rolling income. Where you, for example, rent out a room in your apartment or something like that. And then we have the possibility to get a reward from our generous game master. All of these are available here, and you can shuffle money between these different kind of things. Or different posts on your account, and pay debts and transfer money between credit sticks. So a lot of things that you can do here for gameplay if you want to. You may not use this feature at all, or you may. It's all up to you. Here we have the date of the game. There is a date functionality to the storyteller screen that I will show off. And here is also the countdown to the next time we are going to pay the bills for this character. That way you can hopefully give them a sense of urgency when their debt to the local loan shark is nearing collection. Yeah, so that was the gist of the budget, and then we are going to have a look at the inventory. In the inventory, you can put a lot of interesting things like weapons. And when you buy something, you get the possibility to pay up front from one of your accounts. And you can also register debt to another person if you like, or you can leave it empty and just register it like symbolically to some other party. And the storyteller can, of course, give you this item for free if they so wish. But I'm going to pay for this gun. And next up is ammunition. You need that for the gun, and this happens to be the right type of ammunition for this gun. So we're going to confirm this. Here we have the possibility to go into the gun and assign the skill we're going to use to roll it. So this is a light gun, so we're going to give it a pistol skill, and that's it for now. I'm not going to go into the nitty-gritty on that sheet. We will then reload the gun, or load the gun, and to do that you need to put it on your person. And you put things on your person by using the backpack icon. So that means that you have this item with you on your person on your run, for example. And then you can use it to reload the current weapon. So now the gun is loaded, if you are in the combat mode and select the target, it's also rollable. Right now it's not rollable just by itself. Next up is wearables, like you can, for example, have a jacket. We pay for that. And yeah, back to the gun actually. The scope here might intrigue some of you. You can attach things to things in this system. So this is a light scope. You put it in your backpack and you open it. You open the gun that you want to attach the scope to, and then you drag the light scope into the other sheet, and then it attaches to the weapon in question. The gadget is gonna contribute with active effects onto the item, and you can edit or have a look at what it does here in the gadget editor and the effect view, and inside the effect view you have the effect itself, and that target field here is what determines that the effect is going to be usable on your item. Here I've changed the range band of this weapon. You can't see it directly on the weapon stats, but it's going to be included in all your rolls during the game. And if you want to disassemble your gun, you can do that like that. And here we are back in the inventory. All right, you can also get some things for your magic practices. A fetish, which is also a kind of gadget, and a focus staff, which is a focus, of course. And they can be attached to spells. And we're going to have a look at those. But first, before we go onto magic, we're going to have a look at the vehicle control rig for the rigger. You can drop it here on the character. Oh yeah, we forgot to name the character. Let's go with Alex, like that. Yeah, so here we have the control rig. The control rig is going to affect your garage. In the garage, you can add another actor called vehicle. And here we have a car that we are going to drag into the sheet, into the garage. The garage, it represents all the different vehicles that you have access to, your character has access to. It can be something where you stole the keys, or it can be your own car, or it can be a car from your garage, or it can be a car in a carpool, whatever way you decide to acquire a car during the game. You can be seated in the car by pressing this seated button, and that will take you to the car interface. The car interface gives you the possibility to do a car roll, a drive roll, but if you're a rigger and this is a riggable car, you can also jack into the car and control it with your brain, which gives you many more options. Also, when we added the vehicle control rig, the essence cost was automatically deducted from your overall essence. Let's see. Yes. Okay. Next up is probably magic, right? Or are we going to have a look at the matrix first? Boop, boop, boop. Yeah, there we go. Matrix. So you can also own a cyber deck. And if you own a cyber deck, you have access to the matrix, and you can run different programs on the matrix for your character. And those are basically modifiers for your target number, and they are available to use from here if you are in the matrix. I will say, though, that overall, the matrix and the rigger functionality, the decker and the rigger, is maybe a bit underdeveloped. It's not as automatized as many of the other flows in this game. And then we also have the possibility to add cyberware, and that's going to be in the augmentations tab here. And the same for Bioware. They are also going to end up here in the augmentations, and they are also gathered under a augmentation type when you create these. And they are also pretty simple. It's all about active effects and TN modifiers that you can change to adapt the augmentation in any way you would like. All right. I think we have gone through all of these now, so it's time to have a look at rolling the dice. Yeah, and I'm just going to pause and do a setup and then come back. All right, so here we are. We have our character Alex, and then we are gonna have a look at the actors again, and we're gonna open the Game Master screen. So the Game Master screens is a class that the Game Master can use to assign experience points, called karma points in this system. So I'm just going to give them a really large amount each, like 550, and then we commit these changes so that we have some extra points to play with when we roll. The time when this chronicle is set, you can edit from here, and you can advance time using this specialized component. So next up is gonna be to roll dice. So it's exploding dice in the system, and first we have the regular roll, where you just do a test for something, and it just rolls like this. There is no specified success criteria for these, so the storyteller, the game master, needs to evaluate if you succeeded or not. So that's kind of an open roll that's simple. And then you can also do a roll against the target number, opening your skill on the side by pressing shift and then pressing the skill that you want to roll. You can mess around with target modifiers, karma. You can add the dice pool that you want to use for the roll. And you can even default if you like, if you don't have any value in that particular skill that you're trying to use. You press the roll button, and then you get a chat message with the result here. And since we do know the target number modifier, we have a criteria for success, and you may then see what dice were successful. You can re-roll the ones that were not successful by spending a karma. You just press any of the dice and it re-rolls, and you might get more successes or you might not. If you hold down shift and you press, you can buy your success using your karma. And this is how you accumulate successes here. In the open roll, you can still buy the success, and then you can shift right click the dice you want to re-roll, and you can re-roll those specific dice by pressing any die, and you get a new number. So that's basic rolling. Then you can roll against the target. So we have this stand-in rigger character that we're going to target. And we are going to compete with this guy on a shooting range, for example, by pressing the number. We don't have to hold shift for this one. We open, because we have a target, we open the roll composer on the side. And we can add karma, we can add dice pool, and we can roll. And it looks like this. The other character needs to respond. They accept the roll, and they roll their pistol skill, and we compare successes. And that's how we know if we are winning or not. The possibility to buy and re-roll is present here as well, and you lock in your roll when you're done. You just press the done button, and when both players have pressed done, the roll is considered finished, and you have completed the contest. Next up is attacking, and you do that from your weapon in your inventory. So here you just press the roll button and it opens the gun skill in this case, because we added that to the pistol. And then you can use your combat pool again and your karma pool again and roll against the other character. They have the possibility to dodge. This character is going to try. They add a couple of points from their combat pool and they roll. 0 successes for them and 0 successes for us. So it's a tie and the defender wins. So it's a miss basically. And that's concluding the entire roll procedure for the gun attack. Melee attacks works in the same way. Spell attacks also work in the same way, except that you fire them from your spell card in your grimoire. I think this might be the no, that was the rigger. If we just have a look at the shaman here, you can see that the grimoire contains a spell card that you can roll from. And the spells you will find among the other items. So this is a quite comprehensive system to go through and to learn, so play around with it and see what you can find. I would want to give a special mention to a class called Gadget before I round off. And yeah, the gadget is an item that can be many things. It's basically a way to apply modifiers to items. And here you can create a weapon modifier, wearable modifier, like if you want to add armor to your jacket, for example. You can create a fetish that improves your spell rolls or makes certain spell rolls possible. Medical for refilling your medkit. Patches for upgrading your matrix programs, and augmentation extensions for your cyber and Bioware. So it's a very versatile class that you can use for many things. Play around with it and you will get a feel for it pretty easily, I think. So I hope you are interested in this system and that it's usable and fun to use. You are, of course, free to use parts of it. You don't have to use all the functionality just because it's there. Or you might be feeling that it's lacking functionality, that you can write up an issue on GitHub and maybe it can be included. Or if you want to work on the project yourself, you are welcome to join me to develop this further on GitHub. Thank you for your time. Thank you for being with me and watching me explain this. And yeah, bye.